Greetings. Hi there. I'm Dr. Walter Jacobson, a board certified psychiatrist, speaker, and author of the book Forgive to Win and Self Sabotage Create the Life You Want. Cognitive tools and spiritual principles for happiness, success, and physical well being. Okay, so what is the secret to success? Well, there are many ways to succeed. But today's talk is about minding your own business, getting your own house in order. Now, how are these tools for success? Okay, let's look at what people are doing when they're not minding their own business, when they're paying attention to what other people are doing, when they're meddling in other people's lives, when they're spreading rumors, when they're gossiping about other people, when they're trying to control other people, trying to manipulate circumstances. It all comes from a place of fear, competing with people, comparing ourselves to other people, what they have, what we don't have. The resentments, jealousies, envy. Just a tremendous amount of negativity comes into play when we focus on other people and are concerned about what other people are doing, what other people are thinking, how other people are behaving. This is none of our business. We need to stop the judging. We need all this form of judgment, all these behaviors, the envy, the resentments, the jealousies, even playing middleman for people, being the go-between when two people are that you're friends with or in your family are having trouble talking to each other, and you're in between, like taking a message from one side to the other side and going back and forth, rather than actually helping them to mediate a direct conversation. What you're doing is still inappropriate. It's a meddling. And why do we do this? They're all forms of attack, ultimately. Let's put it this way. All this judgment, all this meddling, all this rumor mongering and gossiping, all forms of attack. When we attack other people, we're attacking ourselves. When we attack other people, with our judgments, with our behaviors, with our meddling, with our gossiping, with our ridiculing, with our sarcasm, whenever we're just like overly concerned about what other people are doing and trying to impact their lives, we're attacking them. When we attack other people, we don't like ourselves at a deeply embedded unconscious level. When we attack other people, even when we feel righteous and justified, when we attack other people, we are loathing ourselves. We don't like ourselves for it. We don't admire ourselves for it. We don't respect ourselves. When we attack others, it increases our guilt and our shame and our self loathing at a deeply embedded unconscious level. Now, the whole premise of my book, Forgive to Win, you win when you forgive, when you accept, when you love, when you help others without needing anything in return, when you do esteemable acts of kindness. So when you do all these, when you get out of yourself, you win. Because what you're doing is when you're kind and loving and generous, your subconscious mind is, is liking you and appreciating you, and you're eliminating guilt and shame and self-loathing, which are the root cause of self-sabotage behaviors that get in the way of our success. So when we get rid of all the judgments, all the negativity, all the attack thoughts, all the attack behaviors, all the meddling, the competing, the comparing, the blaming, the scapegoating, we're just, we do it because we're afraid. We do it because we believe in the scarcity principle that if others have more, then there's not going to be enough for us and we'll have less. So we have to compete and attack and take and be worried about what other people are thinking and doing. It's all based on fear. It's all based on the idea of separation, that we are separate beings rather than all joined together in the mind of God or in the mind of some uh, magnanimous cosmic force. However you want to interpret what's going on, we are either connected to each other in a very powerful and important way, or we are just individuals that just happen to, be scattered across the planet, every man for himself, so to speak. No, it's not every man for himself. We are our brother's keepers. We are all in this together. We got to take care of each other. But it's our fear and our ego which says, no, we're separate. You're bad, I'm good. You're dangerous and threatening, I'm not. I need to stop you and be paying attention about what you're doing, and I got to be eavesdropping and wiretapping, and because there's enemies everywhere. And so to protect ourselves, we must control everything. We must control everyone. We must control what everybody's thinking. We must disdain anyone who has thoughts that are different from our own. All this is unconscious, primitive, negative behaviors that do not engender cooperation and peace and love and ultimately success. So the whole idea behind minding your own business is just, yeah, stop doing it. If you're around people who are gossiping about other people, stop participating. You don't have to put down these other people, and they're most likely your friends and family, but you don't have to engage. You can go another way. So this is what I encourage you to do. Stop the rumor mill. Stop gossiping about other people. If someone puts you in the position of being middleman or go-between, say no. You guys have to work it out between the two of you. I'm not going to play that game. Stop judging in general, and stop worrying about what other people are thinking and doing and eating. Just take care of yourself. Ultimately, that's the irony yeah, of changing the universe, changing the world, changing the planet. First change yourself. First, change your own mind. First, get your own mind well. First, get your own house in order. Then, what you're doing is not only are you expanding the stability on the planet, but you're also being a role model for all of those around you. That no, I'm not going to participate in attacking other people. I'm not going to participate in making other people feel small and inferior. I'm not going to worry about what other people are doing, how much money other people are making. I'm not going to try to interfere and sabotage other people's lives because I don't have what I want. The rules of engagement. You need to play fair. You need to be loving. You need to be generous and kind and compassionate. And when you recognize that you need to do these things, then suddenly all these behaviors that you've been engaged in will go away. You'll realize, I don't need to be worrying about these other people. I just need to do my thing. Let me just be happy and do my thing, and if people want to butt heads, that's their business. Let them do that. But let me not participate in that. Now, I know I'm being overly simplistic, but I am just in general trying to make a point that this is the direction to go. There are always exceptions to the rule, of course, but in general, you know, stop thinking and caring about what other people are doing and saying. Stop trying to hurt other people whose ideas are different from your own. Live and let live. Okay? That's the bottom line. All right. So that's part one of one of the secrets of success, or how to succeed. Is first is mind your own business. If it's not your business, if it has nothing to do with you, then keep your big mouth shut. Step aside. Be quiet. Let the people involved deal with their own lives, and you don't need to jump into the fray and make it a bigger drama and a bigger soap opera than it already is. Step away from the soap opera, step away from the melodrama. That's what we're talking about here. It's if people want your advice or your input, they'll ask it. And if you feel they won't ask you for it, then you can ask them. Do you want, I have an observation about this. Would you like to hear what I have to say? I think I understand what's going on here, and I think I can give you some good suggestions on how to look at it differently, how to behave differently, how to be happier. Are you interested in hearing what I have to say? Now, if they say yes, then okay, then you're not interfering, you're not butting in, you're not meddling. You're actually not trying to control the game or unduly influence them or manipulate them. You basically ask for permission. If they give you permission, they say, okay, let me hear what you got. No fault, no harm, no foul. Tell your truth, you know. But but if people aren't asking you for your opinion, we don't need to hear it. You don't really need to just stick your face in other people's faces. I mean, that's the weird strangeness and the attraction of all the talking heads on both sides of the aisle, the Republicans and Democrats and liberals and progressives and conservatives and Tea Party people. All of them are it's unbelievable. They're really all just full of hate. And no matter which side you're on, honestly, if you got to be honest about it, if you don't have to be, but really, no matter what side you favor, they're into hate too. They're into judgment. They're into attack. They may seem kinder and shinier and brighter and and funnier and less attacking than the other side, so to speak. But it's all this talk radio, talk TV, the talking heads. It's all about people, Twitter and Facebook even now. It's all about people just attacking each other, and it's craziness and narcissistic. Look at me, and then attacking other people. Just getting attention either by being flamboyant or by attacking somebody, being outrageous. And this is the wrong direction for our society to go. It's the wrong direction for our families to go. And it's the wrong direction for you to go if you actually want inner peace. If you want to find a place of contentment despite all the chaos and confusion and mania and stupidity and paranoia that's floating around everywhere, you can find peace within yourself. Now, okay, so the other part of this is of minding your own business is getting your own house in order. Mind your business. Pay attention to your business. Pay attention to your goals. Look closely and try to be as objective as possible in observing your behaviors. Do you tend to push people away? Are you judgmental? Are you aggressive? Are you compassionate and generous and charitable? Are you forgiving and accepting and loving? Are you cruel and insensitive, sarcastic and ridiculing? Do you sabotage yourself? Do you procrastinate? Do you say you want to do things? You say you want to get someplace. You want to complete certain tasks and goals and get things done and get product out there and change your life, but you don't do it. You get in your own way. You put things off, or you do it half-assed, or people call you back for an important meeting and you show up 10 minutes late, or you have to cancel because of some other thing in your life that really shouldn't be taking precedent, but you allowed it to be out of your own sense of inertia and sloppiness. So you need to get your own house in order. Use your mind to pay attention to your business, your emotional business, your business, job business, your relationship business. Pay attention. Use your mind. Most of us don't use our minds. We're on automatic pilot. We are knee-jerk people. We think, we say things and do things before we've even thought about how we really feel about them. We are so impulsive and reactive and defensive and aggressive. And if we would just take the time to stop and pause and not immediately go to an impulsive reaction and stop and think, okay, what am I really upset about? Or what am I really happy about? Or what's really going on here? What am I afraid about? What do I need? Do I need to be afraid? Do I need to be upset over this person? Do I need to get defensive and angry? Can I rise above the battlefield? Can I laugh it off? Can I not take it seriously? Can I not take it personally? There's a million choices that we have that can make our lives really peaceful and synergize with other lives and cooperate with other lives and our lives are prosperous and successful and joyous and funny and happy and healthy. It's just choices that we make, or pitfalls and potholes and obstacles and doors slamming in our face and rejections and failures and loss. These are all choices of the mind. We are not, that expression, like Shakespeare, the fault, dear Brutus, lies not in the stars, but in ourselves, that we are underlings. We have the choice to pay attention to the contents of our mind, to the thoughts in our head, pay attention to our emotions, pay attention to our actions, and change those we don't like. Get rid of the toxic behaviors, get rid of the toxic thoughts, get rid of the inner critic. Be positive, be optimistic, be hopeful. Look for solutions and answers, not problems and dead ends. Seek success, not failure. Don't even include failure in your vocabulary. We have choices. When I say mind your own business, I mean use your mind. The mind is incredibly powerful. Not only can it create and attract and generate success and abundance when it really is focused, but it can also steer you away from toxic people, places, and circumstances. It can steer you away from making really stupid, impulsive, thoughtless decisions and actions. Think before you speak. How do you think? How is this going to sound to this other person? This is what I mean to say, but maybe it may come off badly. Maybe I need to kind of couch it in a certain way first and maybe validate before I challenge. Maybe there's a tactful way to put this that will get me where I want to go, that will be benefit everybody for the greatest good of all concerned. You think we don't think enough. We don't think about the consequences of our actions. But it's unbelievable to me how many things people do that get them into massive amounts of trouble and confusion and problems with the law and problems in relationships just because they didn't think, okay, if I do this and I get caught, will that be a good thing? Will I be happy with that outcome? Will I be okay with that outcome? Well, let's see. If I get caught, I'm going to go to prison. If I get caught, I'm going to lose my job. If I get caught, my wife's going to leave me. If And the answer is no. This isn't really what you want. But people don't go that far. All they think about is the immediate gratification. I want this now. I want this now. It's pretty. I want it. You know, and yeah, and then a day and a half later, it's not so pretty, and you sure as hell are wishing that you didn't go after it because you didn't know what the hell you were doing, and you were going down a bad road, and you were really betrayed people and betrayed yourself. So we're talking about the secret of success. Mind your own business. People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Stop focusing on other people. Stop judging other people. Stop competing and attacking and interfering and trying to control and manipulate others. Mind your own business. Keep out of other people's affairs unless they ask you or unless there is an extreme, uh, you know, consideration or circumstance that requires you to break this very simple rule of minding your own business. The other part of minding your own business, as I said before, was to get your own house in order, to pay attention to the aspects of your life that are problematic, to mold your spirit, mold your soul. Whatever, stop being contracted. If you say, I can't help it, that's the way I am, you're just kidding yourself. That's the way you've chosen to be. Well, there are some things that are just unforgivable. No, there aren't. These are just things that you and your ego decided and chose. But no, everything can and should be forgiven, no matter how heinous, no matter how devil and evil like somebody may seem to be. Why do I say that? You know why? Because forgiveness has nothing to do with the other person. It has nothing to do with the devil and the evil. It has to do with freeing yourself of your own shame, pain, guilt, and victimhood. So there is never any good reason not to forgive, since forgiveness helps you ultimately more than anybody else. So you see, we sabotage ourselves by not using our mind, paying attention to our goals, deciding the kind of person we want to be, getting rid of unethical choices. Stop lying. Stop distorting. Stop lying by omission. Stop cheating people. Stop gossiping. Be generous. Be kind. Be sharing. Be caring. We're all in this together. It's very short-sighted to try to like make as much money as you can and step all over other people, and but in the process trash like the earth, our resources, family, friends, yeah. Use your mind to consider the consequences of your actions. Project into the future. What kind of person do I want to be? What kind of world do I want to live in? Well, the answer will instruct you as to how to deal with your day-to-day existence, how to pay attention. If your goal is unity and peace and forgiveness and acceptance and love, then right, pay attention every day to the business of acceptance, forgiveness, and love, and use it in your business, at your job. Use acceptance, forgiveness, and love. Use it in your relationships, large and small, at the grocery store, with friends, with acquaintances, with loved ones, with teachers, with employers and bosses. Yeah, yeah. Use the acceptance, forgiveness, and love in every aspect of your life. Mind your own business. That is your business. Your business is to be supportive and loving and accepting and forgiving and generous. That's your business. Pay attention to that. Make those choices every day when you walk out the door in the morning. Make a decision, make a commitment to get your own house in order, to take responsibility for your actions instead of blaming other people. Acknowledge when you've made mistakes. Say you're sorry when you've hurt someone. Make an amends when you've damaged somebody. Make an amends as best you can. Right? Take responsibility. Mind your business. Get your own house in order. All right. I'm babbling and repeating myself. It's fantastic. So, I know when it's time to stop, and that's what I'm going to do. So, let's see. Forgive to Win's the book, Audible version, a paperback version, a Kindle version. Einstein's Cosmic Journey, another book. You can go to Amazon. It's a fiction, fantasy, sort of biographical as well about Einstein. It's pretty cool. WalterJacobsonMD.com. All my videos and more information about myself, and you can see me on Twitter and Facebook. Sign up. Okay, that's it. If you have any comments or questions, please share them with me, walterdoc@mac.com. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Take care. Peace be with you. See you next time.